my message is actually the opposite, that I always believe that even out of the most difficult of tragedy, we see the best of the human condition. Out of the darkest clouds, the sun still manages to penetrate. It is at the most tragic of times that I think the kindness and the generosity of the human condition shines through. Whether I saw that myself in Glasgow last year when that refugee crisis was hitting its peak, and that image that is probably seared on the conscience of every single one of us of that young boy, Alan Kurdi, washed up on the beach. Days after that, thousands of people took to George Square to demand that their government, our government, takes refugees, demanding that refugees come into their home. Never in a million years, certainly not in my lifetime, would I have thought I would have seen people gathering to demand that refugees come to their country. Think about after those terror attacks that we saw in Paris not too long ago, the day after, standing with hundreds of people in vigils up and down this country in defiance and in solidarity with those who suffered those atrocities. And then, of course, there's the nominees, who, again, they are not just the best of themselves, but they are the best of all of us. What they have achieved and what they have done. I don't know about you, but watching the video packages made of each of them, it certainly moved me. I can still, just having seen the last one, I still think the hairs on the back of my hand are upstanding. Incredible, whether it's the Indiana Jones of the world of surgery performing miracles while bombs are and gunfire is raining around him, whether it's Zana Mustafa, who had a wonderful career as a barrister, didn't have to do what he's doing, but there to help our children, not just for now, but because he wants to see peace in the future as well. And then, of course, Magnus, who isn't here, but I've actually seen his work firsthand in Malawi myself and the difference that has made. And each of these individuals today could have been doing anything with their lives. David, remarkably talented surgeon, evidently, as I've said, Zana, a barrister. Magnus, if you ever come across him, a hugely intelligent and intellectual individual. Could have been doing anything. All three of these guys could have been doing anything in their lives, but they chose not for financial gain, not for recognition, although we will give them that today, but doing it for no other reason than they're compelled by that goodness of the human condition to do good for others. And so despite all the darkness, despite the tragedy, despite the killing, the murder, the warfare, the natural disaster, let us now vow and promise never to fall into a spiral of despair, because that would be the worst. Better to take inspiration from these three individuals and the many individuals that do good work all across the world. So my congratulations to you for that. Burns, really, I mean, we've heard Libby talk about it in our opening remarks, was a man who spoke